Greetings, Warrior fans. I'm Sports Information Director Mike Stetson. I want to thank you for joining us for another edition of the Warrior Weekly Show. Well, we're into the spring sports season, and this week we're going to sit down and talk with head baseball coach Joe Tautges, whose team is off to a 3-4 start, has played 2 weekends, and they'll be heading down to Arizona for a busy week of action. We talk about what's been going right so far in the season, what he looks forward to for the rest of the year, and what he expects as the team plays down in Arizona. I want to thank you for joining us. Now it's time for the Warrior Weekly Show. Greetings, fans. Today we're joined by head baseball coach Joe Tautges. Coach, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
You guys already underway, a couple weeks under your belt already, a chance to actually play outside where there isn't snow. That's got to be nice.
It is. Now, first weekend when we went down to Central Baptist, you know, the weather channel is showing good weather. We get down there and it's still pretty cold, but guys were pumped to get outside. Obviously, when you're stuck in a gym and in our indoor hitting facility, just stuck inside, guys are just chomping at the bit to get outside and play. It doesn't matter how cold it is, so just as long as we can get some reps in outside. So
it seems like, I mean, all of the things that you think about having to work inside, fielding, timing at the plate, all those things, they seem to have gone really well for you guys based on being inside. You know, I mean, the team's performing well defensively and hitting fairly well, despite being in cages and stuff.
Yeah, and a lot of that is credit to them and having good approaches at the plate, being disciplined hitters. As far as defense goes, I mean, we have basically all of the guys in the infield are returners besides Jack. But no, I mean they're pretty good infielders, and even though we're in the gym, they still work hard and are focused. And so yeah, so far they've done a pretty good job defensively, and you know we've saved some runs this year so far. So it's good to see, especially early on. Now there have been a couple mistakes, but credit that to being early in the season. And you know, I expect those things to get better as the season goes on. So
I know pitching is always that kind of thing. It's impossible to know the strike zone, to get in that rhythm, to be in game mentality on the mound until you start playing games. Mm-hmm. How has the staff been? Do you feel like there's been some bright spots? Do you think they're where you would expect them at this time of year?
Typically early on in the year, the pitchers have the upper hand, just because of, especially us being in the north, we can't get outside. We're not, you know, it's even though we're taking BP in here and seeing the pitching machine, it's so much different when you get outside. And like I said, yeah, typically early on in the season, the pitchers have the upper hand just because the timing is off. It takes the hitters a little bit of time to get their timing down. Now, you know, we've kind of struggled on the mound. Our starters have given us a chance to win each game. Okay, we've struggled a little bit out of the bullpen, but you know, again, it's early, and so you know we could have a couple more wins. We could have a couple more losses. So we're sitting okay right now, 3-4, and again, as the season goes on, I see us getting a lot better. The other thing about it is too is we've gotten, you know, multiple guys in the game so far, which is a good thing. I think we used four guys out of the bullpen our last game on Sunday. You know, having a 3-game series compared to a 4 gives you that option to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner, get more guys in, and just just to see for the other team to see new faces. So just getting guys opportunities early on is a huge thing. So
Talk a little bit about what you expect as the season goes on. You're only 7 games in, and you've had a chance now to actually see the team and know what you have. How far does this team go? What are the expectations, and what are the high points you think for the year?
I would say I know we're going to be. I would say we're going to be at the top of the conference, fighting for that top spot in the conference. Anywhere from 1 to 3 is where I would see us. And I'm going to be honest. A lot of it is going to come down to our pitching. Okay. I think we're going to play defense. I think we're going to score runs. It's just if our pitching can give us a chance, I think we're gonna have a pretty good year this year. You know, I see us top 3 of the conference. Now there's some things that we still need to work on. You know, we haven't been able to go over defensive situations yet, just because we've only been outside for 2 weekends and we haven't had a practice outside yet. So those things will come, obviously, the more games we play. And I actually thought we did a pretty good job this last weekend, which is good to see. Yeah, I think it's, you know, not to put a lot of pressure on our pitchers, but I think it's going to come down to that.
It's still early in the year. Have you identified those 4 top starters for conference weekends, or are you still trying to pencil in where everybody fits?
I would say 3 guys will be there basically the whole year. I would assume Mackenzie Pearson, Dylan Hoffman, and then Heath Chapman. When we were down at Central Baptist, we kind of went through our bullpen, used some bullpen arms the first 3 games, and had planned on starting Brady Thompson, but ended up he threw in game 3, so we ended up starting Kyle Fromm, and Kyle gave us a great start and has been pitching well. He might be a guy, we have a couple guys that might be thrown into that 4th spot, but I would say we're pretty solid with the 3 guys right now, and you know, it might be different each weekend. So yeah.
Well, I'm guessing it's 9 games in 6 days down in Arizona. Is that what we got coming up?
Plus 2 JV games.
2 JV games. So you're going to have a chance to find out exactly what the guys can do.
Exactly. Guys, yeah, everybody's going to have opportunities. You know, we're getting 2 JV games in right on the day we fly in. The guys that haven't been able to play a whole lot in varsity are going to get their opportunity right away down in Arizona, which will be good. And yeah, as far as the number of games that we're playing in a short amount of time, again, there's going to be a lot of guys getting opportunities on the mound, and not just on the mound, but as well as in the field and some at bats as well. So we're going to be shifting things around a little bit just to try to keep everybody fresh.
How nice is that you're going to get a chance to play someplace? Expect it to be warm. My sister lives in Arizona, and she keeps putting posts of snow in Arizona up, so that's a little annoying.
Yeah.
But you'll get a bunch of games in there. It'll be a chance to go through a lot of guys. And how nice is that you get that opportunity to really test this team and do it in a kind of a stress-free environment like that?
Yeah, it's definitely a grind on the guys. You know, we're playing 2 JV games Saturday, then we're playing 2 varsity Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So we're gonna have 8 games right there in 4 days, and it's a grind. That week is a grind. It almost sets you up for failure, to be honest with you, just because the amount of games that you're playing in a short amount of time. It's going to wear on your bullpen. It's going to wear on everybody, and then obviously not being used to the weather, the warm weather. Hopefully, kind of wears you out a little bit. But again, it's the fields are nice. It's well run. They do a good job with it. The weather is always typically nice when we're down there, so we know we're going to play, and we know we're going to have some fun down there. So.
You talked about pitching. Talk about a little about the position players. Anybody, teams kind of have that go-to guy in the lineup that you would want to have up there with runners aboard and a chance to break the game open. You got that, or is it going to be up and down the lineup? Anybody can produce.
I would say up and down the lineup, anybody could produce. I mean, we have Matt Garcia. Look at his stats; he's hitting 300 on the year so far, and we have him hitting in the 7 or 8 spot typically. So he's been there with some clutch opportunities so far this year, 2-out hits, and I mean that's the thing about it is it's a team game. You know, it can't be the top of your lineup. Now you expect those guys to do that. That's why they're hitting there.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, we have up and down the lineup. We have some pretty good sticks. So I have confidence in whoever we roll out there with. So
You guys got a few weeks until what should be the home opener. With the snow on the ground, that probably may be pushed back a
Yeah.
little bit. But later this month, you're going to roll into conference. Excited about where you guys stack up, or is there a team or teams out there that you worry about?
well, obviously, you know, Bellevue's going to be good. They're good every year. Typically a top 25 team every year. Mayville State's one of those teams that's always going to compete. They're very well coached. Coach Barry's been there a long time and knows what he's doing. He's been around the block, so he's going to have his guys ready, no doubt, for conference. And then the Turbo, I think they've gotten a lot better since last year. They've gotten better every year since Coach Lewis has taken over. So they're going to be in that mix, and then you never know the other teams. It doesn't matter who you're playing in conference. It's always going to be a grind. They're always going to be tough games, and it's always going to be a battle till the end. So I think if we play how we're supposed to play and make the plays we're supposed to play or make, I think we'll be okay. So.
Well, I appreciate your time, Coach. I know you got get ready for a long week on the road, so
Yeah.
we'll let you get back to work. I want to remind you fans, the guys will be down in Arizona this week, or this coming week, but then after that, the 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, that range is scheduled home openers. Check the website, check the field conditions. If anything changes, we'll have it updated there. But right now, fans expect to come out to the ballpark around the 14th of March for the home opener and cheer your Warriors on to victory. Appreciate it, Coach. Good luck down in Arizona.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.